Hello, welcome back or welcome to my channel. It's Sunshine Lorena and I'm going to be doing the Christmas Traditions book tag. So yes, I am doing a Christmassy book tag. I did a few of these last year during Vlogmas and I loved them. I saw Bookish Gems did this the other week, so I was like, this sounds really fun. I want to do a tag during Vlogmas, so here we are. So I'm gonna just jump into it. I have my laptop here, so I will be looking and reading the questions off here. So number one, red, gold and green colours. A book with any combination of those colours on the cover. And it took me a little while of looking around, but The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter. We have like gold, we have green, and we have red. We have all of the colours here, guys. So we have all of the colours. And I read this earlier this year. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. It's the first in a series and it's following the daughters of literally fiction characters from like the late 19th century, early 20th century. You have the daughter of Jekyll, you have the daughter of Hyde, you have the daughter of Rappaccini, the daughter of Moreno, and Frankenstein as well, and Dr. Watts and Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson are also in this, and there's like a whole mystery going on. I really enjoyed it. I loved the girl power, the team of the daughters of these like famous historical men and books. Really enjoyed it, recommend it, and I need to at some point get the second one because yeah, really enjoyed it. Question number 2, carol singing. What is your favourite Christmas carol? Pick up a book with a title that includes a word from that song. So one of my favourite Christmas carols is Mary Did You Know? I love that song, it's so good. My favourite version is actually by Pentatonics. They're like a vocal, what do you call them? They don't do any music, they just do it with their voices. What's the word I'm looking for? You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Anyway, one of my favourite songs. And I was like looking around. I also love All I Want for Christmas Is You, Last Christmas, Carol of Bells, and honestly looking at my shelves I was like, I don't think I have anything, but then I did find one and I feel like it's a slight cop-out, but I'm going with it. There is a word from Mary Did You Know in this title of this book, and that is Watching You by Lisa Jewell. You. I feel like it is one of the words that's a little bit of a cop-out, but it's there. You. This is a thriller. I don't know. I don't really know what this one was about. I saw it in the charity shop, picked it up because I saw it was Lisa Jewell. But it just says, you think you're safe, but what if someone is watching you? I don't like going to thrillers knowing that too much. So this sounds super creepy and I think it'll be fun when I get around to it. Question number 3. Christmas trees, wreaths and evergreen foliage. A book that features nature as a character. Now I was racking my brain, look at my shelves, and I was like, I don't think I have a book that really features nature as a character. It's definitely something that you would find more in fantasy, and I kind of came up with an answer. You're gonna have to indulge me on my stretching of this one. So I ended up picking up the Poppy War series, okay? Now this, I'm not gonna go into the full synopsis, but you know, there are gods involved in this. There's, you know, people use as conduits, there's powers, etc. So there's people wielding the power of like fire, the power of water, you know, wind. They're elements of nature, and that is the closest that I could get from my shelves. Like, that is the closest I could get to the answer of this question. So you're gonna have to accept it. On another note, this is a really good series. I do recommend it, but do check out the trigger warnings because there is quite a few for this series. But this was a 5-star series for me. The entire series was 5 stars. Amazing, loved it, and I really need to get to Babel. It's on my shelves. I will in 2023. Question number 4, sending cards. A favourite epistolary, I don't know how you pronounce it, book you read this year or want to read next year. This is actually on my TBR for this month, and that is Where the Rainbow Ends by Cecilia Ahern. And there is like letters between 2 characters, Rosie and Alex, and other people. So that's the main, like, letters or emails. So that counts, guys, that counts. Because yeah, I had to look up what that word meant because I was like, what on earth? And it's a collection, like a book written in letters. Probably should have explained that at the beginning. because I had no idea what that meant. And yes, here we go. I found one, guys, and I should be reading this month. It is also one of my self-destruct books, so I need to at least attempt it, and I think I can get through it. It's a big book though. Just for comparison, standard paperback, and then there's this. It really annoys me. It annoys me when they do that. But anyway, let's continue on with question number 5, Mistletoe. A book that features unrequited love. And again, I had to look this, I had to do a little bit of a Google search. I was like, Google's gonna have to help me, because I'm looking at my shelves and I'm just like, unrequited love. I did see a case of somebody arguing that The Great Gatsby has it, which I was like, I don't think so, but I feel like I need to reread that at some point because I do enjoy that book. But I did find an answer of a book that I have on my shelves, and it kind of works. So that is White Teeth by Zadie Smith. I read this last month. It was one of my self-destruct books, guys. But yes, in this, the children's generation, so you start off with the parents and then there's the children, and when you get to their like teenage years, there's twin boys and a girl from 2 separate families. They're not related, just to point this out. They're not related, but Imre has unrequited love for one of the twins, because it isn't really reciprocated, and that kind of fits. It's not like the main theme or anything of the story, but it is featured in it. It is featured, so yeah, there we go. And now question number 6, Santa Claus. A book that features a character who's not really likable, but endearing anyway. First of all, before we get into this question, the fact Santa Claus. So, I don't know who the original creator of this was, but were they saying that Santa Claus really wasn't likable, but he was endearing anyway? Is that what they're saying? Because that's a little bit funny. Anyway, again, I was racking my brains looking at these shelves. What book have I read that has a character that wasn't really likable, but they're kind of endearing? And honestly, I couldn't really come up with an answer. Now, I know in Gem's video, she used The Six of Crows, and I haven't read that yet. It's on my shelves. I haven't read it yet, so I can't really do that because I don't know. Maybe I find that character likable. I just, and yeah, like honestly, I don't know. The closest that I could possibly come to was Ren in this, but like even then I don't think it really counts, because like she is very morally grey, so she isn't like an extremely likable character. I did like her, but not like, she isn't one that's like, oh, she's such an amazing like character. She's not, trust me. Endearing, but I wouldn't describe her as endearing either, so that doesn't really work. So I don't really have an answer. That's my answer for this. I can't think of any that fit this that's I've read on my shelves. And let's just move on to number 7, which is nativity scenes, a family-based historical fiction. And again, this is one that's on my TBR this month, and that is The House of Spirits by Isabel Allende. And this is, it spans 4 generations. Isabel Allende's magnificent family saga is populated by a memorable, often eccentric cast of characters, together men and women, spirits, the forces of nature. Oh, this maybe could have been used with a nature one. And a history coverage in an unforgivable, wholly absorbing and brilliantly realised novel that is richly entertaining as it is a masterpiece of modern literature. So the fact that it spans 4 generations makes me believe that obviously it goes through different time periods. This is magical realism, and hopefully I'm going to enjoy this when I get to it, but yes, this one. Number 8, Elf on the Shelf. A book on your shelf that catches your eye all the time, but you never pick it up. I mean, the real answer for this one should be like all of the ones that are not read on my shelves, because like, they catch my eye, but do I read them? No. But I did narrow it down. I did actually pick one book as an answer, and that is Kintu. I've had this since summer 2021, I think. And this is actually was on my 5-star reads for 2022. I came out with 5, and I was like, this is going to be the first installment for 2022. I still have 2. This is one of them to read from those 5 that I did 5-star predictions for. As you can tell, I'm great at sticking to books that I say I'm going to read, and it feels epic. This one, I'm going to go to the synopsis in a moment. It feels like it will be 5 stars, and I just haven't picked up. I feel like it's one of the ones that I need time. Like, I just need time to sit, not be disturbed, and just enjoy this. So I think that's also it catches my eye, but I'm like, it's not the right time. Like I just need some time where no one's gonna bother me and I could just enjoy this nice and slow. It will come, that time will come. But this is an epic tale of fate, fortune and legacy. Jennifer Makumbi vibrantly brings to life this corner of Africa and this colourful family as she reimagines the history of Uganda through the cursed bloodline of the Kintu clan. I could have used this for the previous answer as well, now that I'm reading this, I realise. The year is 1750. Kintu Kida sets out for the capital to pledge allegiance to the new leader of the Buganda kingdom. Along the way, he unleashes a curse that will plague his family for generations. Blending oral tradition, myth, folktale and history, Makumbi weaves together the stories of Kintu's descendants as they seek to break free from the burden of their past to produce a majestic tale of clan and country, a modern classic. And it sounds like it is going to be amazing, genuinely, but I need time just to enjoy it and not be like rushing through books and stuff. But it does sound like it's going to be a beautifully written novel, and I will get to it one day. Number 9, Christmas movies. Favourite adaptation or a book that you would love to see adapted? Mine is The Poppy War, like the whole series. I would love these to be adapted. Like, if they're going to be done well, because if they're not going to be done well, then just don't ruin it for me. I think it'll be so good. It'll be an epic film. Just amazing. Like the effects, like the effects that they would have in this. Like, I think it'll be so good. I'd be so good. I'd love for them to adapt this. Really love for them to adapt this. But it might actually work better as a series rather than films. But you know how things go. It probably would be a film if they were going to adapt it. But I feel like you'd get more details in a series. But yeah, this would be epic. It would be epic. Number 10, Ugly Sweaters, a book that made you laugh out loud. For this I chose Style A for Aunties. I don't physically own this one, but I read it in 2021. I absolutely love this, and the aunties are hilarious. Like, they are so funny. It's like, it doesn't fit into one single genre, this book. There's obviously humour, there is a mystery vibe to it, there is a little bit of romance, like it has a little bit of everything, and the aunties, guys, the aunties. So they are an Indonesian, Chinese, American family, if I remember correctly, and a main character, the boys have went off. She is her mother's only daughter, and then it's just her and the aunties, and they have this family wedding business, and you know, there's a body they have to try and hide. It's a whole thing, and it is so funny. The second one was really good as well, but the first one, 5 stars. Second one for me was like 4.5, still really good. But honestly, and actually that's another one I'd love to see adapted. I would love to see Dial A for Aunties adapted. That would be good. That would be really good. That'd be hilarious. It'd be funny. Oh, so good. But the aunties have to be cast perfectly. Like, the perfect casting needs to be found for them. So that's the only way that would work. But yes, it's hilarious. I recommend. Number 11, Eggnog. A book you love that everyone seems to hate, or vice versa. So this year I read this Spanish Love Deception. Now, I wouldn't say that I hate it, but I did not live up to the hype for me at all. And it seems to be so well hyped up. People love it. And for me, no. When it comes to like the hyped romance books, I tend to really like them. You know, The Hating Game, love it, and it's hyped. I really enjoyed The Love Hypothesis. It wasn't 5 stars, but I did really enjoy it. I really liked it, so I could see the hype. But the Spanish Love Deception, no, not for me. Not for me. It did not live up to the hype. The only other one that I could come into this answer is also Eat, Pray, #FML, and this was a non-fiction I read in February, and spoiler alert, this is probably the worst book I read in 2022, not gonna lie. But it's so hyped. The people who love this book, it is like a biography memoir type book. The people that love it really love it, and I'm just, why? Like, why? Like, why? That's all I have to ask. Why? It's terrible. It is terrible. I'm not gonna go into a rant about that because we will be here for a long time, but that, people seem to love it. And number 12, Exchanging Gifts. A book that you read this year and thought, this would be perfect for. And you know, I have lots of books, and honestly, I don't go around kind of recommending so much books to my friends and like family, etc. Because, like, you know, everyone has like different tastes. Everyone has different tastes, but I read The Winds Are Not this year. And you know, my mum comes visits and she likes to read books, and I did say, hey, I think you should read this, I think you'll like it, and she did really enjoy it. She found it funny. So this is that one works for this answer. In case you don't know, this is basically It's a mystery, like cozy, more cozy mystery, but mystery series, where it follows Queen Elizabeth and where she secretly investigates and solves like murders. And it's good. It's like cozy. It's fun. No one knows that she does this apart from like her own personal secretary, and like it's really good. There's like another 2 I think in the series. But yes, it is fun. It is fun. And I think a lot of people would like this. If you like mysteries, like cozy kind of type mysteries, then I think you're gonna like it. And that's it. That is all of the questions for this book tag. Yes, I think I didn't do too bad of finding books for these, but some of them not so much. But yes, I do love a book tag, and it's been a while since I've done one, so this was fun. Yeah, hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you'd have answered to some of these. And oh, before I forget, I tag anyone who wants to do this because it is December, lots of people are busy. Some people are doing like Vlogmas, Bookmas, other people aren't, but like, you know, there's parties, there's gatherings, seeing family, etc. So I don't want to put the pressure on anyone to do this tag. So if you want to, consider yourself tagged. And let me know if you do it, and like leave me a comment so I can come watch your video. And yeah, hit the subscribe button if you don't want to miss out on any content, and I will hopefully see you next one. Bye.